Do you have Prince Albert in a can? You do? Well, you better let the poor guy out.
Hey guys, Ranger Collector 62492 here with another video, and today I'm going to be taking a look at the NECA 1990 Pennywise It the Movie figure here that was just put out. What a perfect thing to review. It's almost Halloween, so why not go ahead and do a figure on one of my favorite horror icons, Tim Curry's Pennywise. So, I've been a huge fan of this movie since middle school. My teacher bought me the book, and I just loved it, and I loved the movie too. So I do have the movie here on Blu-ray if anybody needs that to be mentioned. Look, same artwork. Woo! Okay. So they did release a 2017 Bill Skarsgård version of the Pennywise character that, you know, obviously from last year's movie. So I might eventually pick that up, but I just could not pass up picking up this figure. So let's take a look at the packaging real quick. You guys can see that nice poster shot of Pennywise with the It movie logo right there. On the side, we have Pennywise up there, the It movie logo. It's got the NECA logo down there. And we got the top here, pretty much the same thing there. The bottom just has all the specs and the barcode right there. You guys want to pause and read that? And then the back, we have some nice, production shots. It says, 7 friends engage in a struggle with a demon that they first encountered 30 years earlier in their main hometown. So, nice production shots of the figure right there. Very cool. Now this is going to kind of be like a watered down review because I'm extremely nervous to mess around with this figure. But, here's the inside right here with the figure. You guys can see right there inside with all of his goodies and that nice production image right there. Now I feel the need to kind of show you this production image just because if you look really closely at the balloons, I had already cut down the balloons to look a little bit more natural. They were extremely lengthy, the wireframe. Some people may say I ruined the figure, but I consider it customization to make it a little bit more accurate, but I will kind of go into that in a little bit. And there is the figure inside this nice window display right there. Very cool with all his accessories. So let's take him out of the packaging and we'll see what he's like. Alright guys, so here he is all put together. I will say the worst thing about this figure definitely is the balloons and the fact that he does not stand up great. I've seen other reviews of this figure. They claim that the one of the legs is longer than another. So I honestly can't see that, but I'm pretty sure mine has that issue of just wanting to fall over. Like, I'm gonna have to get me a NECA stand. But yeah, guys, here he is right here. Look at that head sculpt. Look how amazing that head sculpt is right there. So I'll get to the figure in a minute. We'll take a look at the accessories. Obviously, I don't want to take the balloons out of their bundle because this was the hardest thing. But you guys can see the balloons there. And a little tip for those out there who want, something to keep these together. The production shot that I showed earlier shows them using tape to keep them together. Like, obviously I didn't do as great as they did, and they also cut the length of the balloons down because at one point they were as long as, this is the figure, and they looked awkward. These are more of a natural flow, and actually are in scale with, the figure. They were much too long. I kind of was bothered by that. So, but yeah, there's the balloons right there. They're just on a wire frame. You guys can see I tried to give him as much of a natural flow as I could. I'm gonna sit him down real quick. Okay guys, so he does come with a lot of accessories, more than what the 2017 version came with. It was a pair of hands and one balloon. You guys can see up here he does have the bundle of balloons I was talking about. He comes with this head right here, which is already on the figure when you get him. but you guys can see how nice this looks. It looks just like Tim Curry, and like all the detail and stuff on this figure is just flipping amazing. I'm like really stoked about this figure. And being my first NECA purchase, it's actually, you know, I'm glad that I got one that I was partial to, because like I said, Pennywise is my favorite horror icon. There's the other one right here. Obviously this face, you guys don't recognize, this is the one he does mostly when he's taunting or scaring, you know, the Losers Club. I most likely recognize this when he was in the shower taunting Eddie, you know, when he came out of the, you know, the drain. So really just overall really nice paint apps and, you know, sculpting work. Well done, NECA. That's just amazing. And this is probably the best looking one. This is, you know, the battery acid inhaler Pennywise head right there, which is just, look at that. That paint work and all that detail going in on that thing is just, it's just phenomenal. I'm oozing over this figure. It's probably one of my favorite figures in my collection. So, if not my favorite, right there. He also comes with, now this wasn't even advertised, he comes with the paper boat right here. So he comes with the paper boat. You guys can see there is some detail going on there. Very nice. He does come with the noisemaker. So if you guys remember the, you know, the noisemaker he uses in that scene where he's taunting Richie as an adult. Yeah. He also comes with two sets, or you know, he comes with a bunch of hands. I was going to say two sets, but there's more than two sets. He comes with this more relaxed hand, which currently I have that same hand on the right hand, or if you're facing behind him, it would be his left hand. Anyway, yeah, I hate having to describe this crap. I have him using this to hold the paper boat, you know, so there's that. This one is the noise-making holder hand. A lot of people were confused, thinking this one in their reviews was the one that held the balloons, but it is not. It is in fact the one used to hold the noisemaker, as you guys can see right here. Some people were trying to sit there and, you know, shove balloons into this specific hand, and they could only put like 3 in there. That's because that's not the balloon holding hand. I was getting so frustrated with these people's reviews. I didn't even have the figure, and I knew. Then he has this pointing finger hand, which I had originally had him displayed because he's got his laughing face on, which I'll show in just a second. There is a scene in the movie where he's taunting Ben, pretending to be Ben's father, and he does the laugh with the balloons and stuff. But now this is cool. They have him, they gave him the monster hands, which is in the theatrical poster. If you guys saw at the beginning, he has those hands over kind of that flap where he's tearing through the poster. And it just, you know, that is pretty cool that they added that. I don't know if I would call these spider hands or monster hands, but there's, you know, one for each hand. So very cool. Yeah, those are all his accessories. Now let's take a look at the figure itself. I neglected to mention that he also comes with this kind of display piece right here of the Barons, which is, you know, that scene that I just mentioned about him taunting Ben Hanscom, you know, when he was a kid, right there. So, yeah, this little, like, really nice little display piece right here. I'm not going to use this because obviously I don't have a proper stand for the figure and he just falls over. But once I do get a proper stand, I will. But here he is right here, and as you guys can see, I have him holding the boat, just kind of while holding the balloons and stuff right there. So I am going to take the boat out though, so that way I can, you know, get up close with the figure. Now, since you guys already got a look at the hand, or, you know, the heads and the hands, I'm not going to exchange anything out because, believe it or not, the only gripe that I really have about this figure is that it is a pain in the ass to exchange the hands and the head. The hands, not as much. It's mostly because I'm having to sit here and change out the hand while he's holding the balloons to keep these staying, you know, all kind of natural with the, you know, strings going outwards. And I don't want to mess that up. It's kind of a pain in the ass doing that. His head more so because I'm afraid I'm going to break it. NECA is one of those companies with their toys where they're notorious for having very fragile figures. And I prefer the laughing head, which looks great. You guys can see right there. It looks amazing. But look at the detail overall on this figure. Like the collar piece right here is soft plastic, you know, very pliable. Yeah. Look at all this detail. This is just, like, I'm hugely gushing over this figure because it's just a great figure. And I know a lot of people had some complaints, and my honest complaints about this would not mostly be about the figure. It's mostly the accessories and how they're, you know, they're handled. But I can say that it does have a standing issue. Someone did claim that it did have a longer leg on one end. I don't know if I can necessarily see that, but he does have an issue standing up. And I mostly think because most of the weight comes from, you know, his center. Like, it's hefty in the center right there. So, but just kind of looking at all this detail, it's beautiful. I love it. Just look at the paint detail on the vest right there. That is just crazy. I love this figure. And for $30, it's a great figure. I can kind of give you a profile shot right there. Very nice. All this detail is just amazing. All the wrinkles in the suit. That's great. So, now, articulation-wise, this is going to be kind of hard for me to do on camera, but his head does rotate if you kind of want to get it to turn us to a certain degree. But the thing is that it's hindered because of the collar piece. But yeah, his hands do rotate, as you guys can see right here. They do rotate, but I try not to do it with the balloons. As you guys can see, it does have a bend on the elbow right here, and kind of at 2 points, because you guys could see the, you know, the bagginess of the arm. It's really cool how they did that. But like I said, again, you know, in the circumstances of not wanting to break this figure on camera, I don't want to, like, really push it to its limits. But you guys can see he does have sort of a bend on the on the knee right there. But again, I don't want to push it too far. And he does rotate right here at the foot. He also has a waist joint right here. You guys can see the cutoff right here. You know, I don't know if it's a waist joint or an ab crunch, really. Because it don't crunch, it just kind of rotates, but I don't want to push it. Like I said, it's kind of really making me nervous even trying to, like, display it in any other, you know, fashion, but still. Alright guys, that was my review of the NECA 1990 Pennywise figure. What do you guys think of this figure? I think this is easily my favorite figure out of all of, you know, the things that I own. I am just absolutely gushing over this figure. I think he looks amazing. What do you guys think? Comment below, let me know. As always, if you like my reviews, and hit the subscribe button and everything, hit the bell, you know, show some love, you know, be Pennywise, you know. That's a terrible joke. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. I'll talk to you guys later.